Hey guys, Dan here. We have got a lot going on. We have VR news, we have the leak regarding the Quest 3. We're inching into September. So much is happening. It's almost here. You're watching Bringhurst VR. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the leaked Quest 3. Just like the Quest 2, when they found it in a hotel and then someone put video of it online, it happened again on Reddit. Someone found a Quest 3. Is Meta going out of their way to drop these videos to increase the hype, to get us talking about it? Just like what's happening right now. Is that what they're doing? Probably. But regardless, we have footage of the Quest 3 in the wild now, and we learned a lot from it. Stuff we already knew. We knew it wouldn't have a controller ring. We knew that it wouldn't have cameras on the controllers. Something we didn't know, though, is looking at this video, on the underside of it, there are 3 connection points, and that's going to be for a dock. It will not come with a dock, as is evidenced in this video here. It's a small box, it's minimalistic, and the dock for the Quest Pro will not work with the Quest 3. Already we know that. But it's interesting. We know that the controllers are going to be double A's, just like the Quest 2. But here, what this means is that they're going to very likely release some kind of a replacement battery cartridge. Similar to the Xbox controller, they have a thing you can slide into the slot, clicks in, and it makes it rechargeable. This will be the same thing. But more than that, this is from Road to VR. Not only am I making a more than educated guess, now we have this. A new charging dock from Meta, apparently for Quest 3, has been revealed through regulatory certification. As with the Quest Pro's dock, the goal of the new dock is to streamline headset usage by encouraging users to keep it charged and always up to date. That's the second point of confirmation. But there's more to this. It says the documentation reveals that the dock includes wireless charging function for left and right controllers, apparently up to 2.5 watts, which is not a huge amount. But that changes things because the Quest Pro controllers require pins. And you know it's not easy. I mean, it's not impossible. It's not even hard, but it's not easy getting those controllers to dock on that dock. This, on the other hand, appears to be wireless charging to where you simply place it on the dock as if it were a mat. That's what I get from this, which is very exciting. To slap that into the controller and then just put it on the dock, that's going to be wild. That's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to that. So that's 2 points of confirmation. Really happy to see this. In addition to all that, we have news from Upload VR. It reads, Quest 3 clip from firmware visualizes detailed 3D room meshing via depth sensor. Now, we knew this was coming. I already told you, this is why I'm looking forward to the Quest 3, because of the depth sensor. Now, on the Quest Pro and probably the Quest 2, you're able to build a couch, outline, and say how tall your couch is. And then you've played that AR, the wall turns into a window and it's lush greenery outside and the rabbit comes in and does its thing. But because no couch is a perfect rectangle, it doesn't work well. Not only that, it doesn't remember the settings. I had to rebuild my room every time I wanted to use it. It was incredibly annoying. It was incredibly inefficient. It wasn't very good. And this is why I'm looking forward to this. This is only a representation. This is what Meta built to outline how it works. It's going to be very similar to the PSVR 2. It shows her scanning the room and the couch is just there. Now, this is an animated render, but the fact that the couch is there, it's perfectly suited to the environment. The reason this is going to be a big deal, if you remember when the Quest Pro came out, there was a developer who was making use of the eye tracking. What he was doing was he was looking for a blink. Your eyes were closed for just a fraction of a second. And in that time, he knew, okay, now I can put something here in the dark. And when he opens his eyes again, it's going to freak him out. That was a brilliant use of eye tracking. Well, there's more to this. The brilliant uses that can be conceived of in regards to the depth sensor are that it can take your house and it can completely reinvent it. You think this is a room? Wrong. This is not a room. This is a labyrinth. This is a scene from Indiana Jones where the walls are brick and vines and water's spilling down from the ceiling. You could walk your house so that it knows that's a door. Behind that door, it arcs left. Imagine a zombie escape room. There's so much that can be done, but it could completely transform your room. Given AI and the ability to propagate landscapes, stuff like that, I fully expect someone to come along and use that technology to rebuild a room so that every time it's something different. Snow cave, a lava tube, a cavern, it could be anything. The possibilities are limitless with this. Something as simple as a depth sensor, and I'm here for it. I'm so excited for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Next up, we have Vertigo 2. I think a lot of you have probably played this. It's being hailed as something akin to Half-Life Alyx, and that's because it's a big game. The developers put a lot of hard work into it. It's an enormous landscape. It's an enormous story. I still haven't beat it myself, but it's a lot of fun. It is strictly PC VR. The thing I kind of dislike about it is the gun mechanics. They're just not that great, which is why in Half-Life Alyx, they didn't give you a shotgun. They only gave you a pistol. The reason they did that is because they knew a shotgun in the hand was going to be awkward. But Vertigo 2 did it. I've used a gun stock in this game, and it doesn't work very well. That's not to say that it won't get better, though. It's not to say that it won't improve. And now it's coming to PSVR 2. It's a small developer, not a lot of people. It's just this guy's been working his butt off trying to get this thing done. And to have it go on PSVR 2, it's just the thanks that this guy deserves. I'm hoping he makes a lot of money with it. I know it's done well via PCVR enthusiasts, and I'm really looking forward to it. If you guys haven't played this game yet, you should. I mean, I think that my gripe about the gun mechanics is fair, but it doesn't change the fact that it's a brilliant game, by and large beautiful, and it's just well designed. It's massive. And lastly, this is from Road to VR. It says Meta launches Horizon Worlds closed beta on smartphones. I don't like Meta Horizon Worlds, and the reason is that it's boring and it doesn't look good and it's cartoony and it delivered on nothing that they promised. In the trailer where when the Quest 2 came out, we were looking at that woman flying in a plane and oh my gosh, this looks like so much fun, and look how animated her face is, and look at her hands, and look at her, the way her mouth is moving when she talks. And none of that was delivered on. It looks bad and there's no one playing it. But more to the point is that how many developers had built something good with a focus on the social aspect, only for Meta to come along, bully them, step on them, push them out of the space, and then build this, just like they did with Virtual Desktop, just like they always do. They bully, and then they build something that's not as good. And now here we have Meta Horizon Worlds, which does not look good, which was borrowed from, which was under-delivered, and no one's using it. Having said that, part of the reason it's not good, likely, is because there's no one in it. So who is it? Who is it that has a Quest 2? And they look at the Quest, and they look at their phone, and they say, I think I'll use my phone to play Meta Horizon Worlds. Who are these people? They don't exist, because the purpose of this is to take, say, imagine they get 100,000 people using Android to play Meta Horizon Worlds for whatever reason. Well, those are 100,000 people that don't have a Quest 2. No one's going to use it if they have a Quest 2 or a Quest 3 or a Quest Pro. So these are just 100,000 people who potentially could be lured into VR. And in the process, we're going to be stuck playing with a bunch of 7-year-olds who go on about Pop-Tarts. But in the end, it will bring more people into VR. And more people in VR means more developing. And more developing means better games. And better games means more people come. And it just improves the VR space. So while I don't like how we got here, I do think that this is a good thing for VR. I'm glad they're doing it, and it serves no other purpose than to lure people in. And that's about it. September 27th, we have the Meta Connect, where I expect the Quest 3 to be announced. From that moment, they'll be able to place pre-orders, and presumably, especially in reference to that leaked Amazon listing, October 10th is when you'll be able to purchase it. I'm betting it'll start shipping somewhere around October 5th, 6th, and people will actually have it in hand by the 9th or 10th. So we have that to look forward to. Please subscribe. Please like this video if you found it helpful. Comment. Tell me what you think. Ask me what else I can talk to you about, because I want to talk to you about stuff. You've been watching Bringhurst VR. You guys have a good day.